Welcome to the 7th episode of my Skyrim Let's Play, and why did that show up just... oh yeah, whatever. I was looking at the stats actually, so, um, so like, the thing that caught my interest is this. I'm like, you can invest. Barters, persuasions, vibes, intimidations, disease contracted, quests, side quests, companions quest, pleasure. The Dark Brotherhood, Civil War, Daedric quests. People killed, animals killed, creatures killed, undead killed, Daedra killed, automatons killed. Favorite weapon, critical strikes, sneak attacks, backstabs, weapons disarm, brawls won, bunnies slaughtered. Why is it a separate stab? Oh, magic spells learned, favorite spell, favorite school, dragon souls collected, words of power learned, words of power unlocked, shouts learned, shouts unlocked, shouts mastered, times shouted, favorite shouts, crafting, soul gems used, soul strapped, magic items made, weapons improved, weapons made, armor improved, armor made, potions mixed, potions used, poisons mixed, poisons used, ingredients harvested, ingredients eaten, nin roots found, wings plucked. Okay, that was very entertaining to me. So, last time, we did the Silver Hand, and now we have to assassinate the Silver Hand leader. I ain't doing that today. But yeah. Have I been up there? I'm wondering what these... that one, that wheel with the water, that kind of looks like a... oh, what do you call those things? I don't remember. And then that forest looking thing, that Loki kind of looks like a Christmas headband, like a headband that has pine trees on it, something that you would wear in the holidays, like a Christmas tree. Anyways. Tomato. Tomato. Interesting. Anyways. I have no goals. So, this would be pretty interesting. I don't even know, where are we? Whoa. Oh. That quest highly intimidates me. Hold Windhelm. Well, let's just make our way to Windhelm, I guess. Admiring the scenery. Pardon me. Was there like any obvious path I missed? I'll just try to make my way towards that river, I guess. See if we can find a way out. Oh. I heard the sound of bees, and I did panic a little. I'm deathly afraid of bees. Do I even have any? Okay, I do. Oh. I didn't like that. Highly intimidating. Spriggan? Spriggan. Tar taproot. That was cool. I did just kind of want to catch this butterfly. Oh, why am I so turned around? Right, oh. Smart butterfly. Then the butterfly. Is it a deer? Oh. Oh, I guess I could have also just came down from there. Oh well. Get that thing. What is it called? I do be for mixed water mill discovered. Gilfris. Hello.
Here. I used to have 5 good men who worked the mill with me. Then this war started and they all ran off. Idiots with meat in their blood. There's plenty of good wood around here, but I just can't harvest it all by myself. Everyone able-bodied is fighting. Of course, without functioning mills, who will make the arrows for our soldiers? Men have no sense of irony. Need something?
Just looking around. Oh yeah, I wanted to look at what I have on my person. Amulet of Julianus. Oh. These things. Is it just called the mill? $315 and $320. A broom. Wow, they left this very dirty. Very messy. What is like fish? Hmm. That's terrifying. That got much more terrifying than whatever that is. It's got a look in its eyes. Ugh. Right. East or west-ish. To believe. Yeah, that way. Just checking. I've lost my horse. I say I lost it. I just don't know where Snowberry is. Chess. Is that just an awfully big bunny? Okay. Just did a beer. Mm-hmm. Oh my god. That's a lot. Have I killed any bears? Oof. Mm, mm, mm. Um, okay, I just pressed the wrong button. Okay, I was like, huh? Oh yeah, I wanted to look at what that was. Cluster. What is it called then? Interesting. Did I look at what that is? I feel like I kind of missed it. Oh, because they're little grapes. Okay. Oh. A leek. Oh, yum, 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 yum. Um, mm. I will not collect anything anymore. Oh! Where the fuck did they come from? This is 100% gonna spell trouble for me, but I'm just very curious. Yeah. Yeah, let's just not. Oh. An abandoned house thing.
I'm on my way to Windhelm to join up with the Stormcloaks. Ulfric has the right of it.
Oh, pardon me. Was I in your way? My pa used to say, there ain't no use worrying about the things you can't change. If it's my fate to be ended by a dragon, so be it. Meantime, I'll live my life the way I want to. My pa used to say, there ain't no use worrying about the things you can't change.
I just
If
clicked
it's my
the same
fate
thing.
to be ended by a dragon, so be it. It's for sale if you've got the coin. Didn't think you had the coin for it anyway.
Okay, now this is just rude.
Sometimes the difference between life and death is a swift and steep.
Ooh, I don't know. Man, I would have rather clothes in the wardrobe.
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters or something in the old fort.
Oh, it's fair.
You come here where you're not wanted. You eat our food, you pollute our city with your stink, and you refuse to help the Stormcloaks.
But we haven't taken a side because it's not our fight.
Hey, maybe the reason these Greyskins don't help in the war is because they're Imperial spies.
Imperial spies? You can't be serious.
Maybe we'll pay you a visit tonight, little spy. We got ways of finding out what you really are.
Do you hate the Dark Elves? Are you here to bully us and tell us to leave?
This feels like racism.
You've come to the wrong city then. Windhelm's a haven of prejudice and narrow thinking, unworthy of one such as you.
You just like, damn, they're Look like those knives will give you in trouble. Why would anyone think you're a spy?
Nothing new there. Most of the Nords living in Windhelm don't care much for us, but Rolf is the worst by far. He likes to get drunk and walk around the Grey Quarter yelling insults at us in the small hours of the morning. Oh, a real charmer, that one. Nothing new there. Most of the... He likes to get drunk and walk around the... Some of these Nords will come up with any excuse to despise us. And it isn't just the Dark Elves they hate. They make a target of the Argonians as well. In fact, just about anyone who isn't a Nord is fair game for their bullying. Mm-hmm.
Divine smile on those who show mercy and charity.
Wow.
Spare a coin for a poor old woman, milady.
Lady?
Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart.
Gold removed.
Up to no good, are we? I'll teach you, but it'll cost you. The divine smile on a charitable soul.
Candle hearth. Candle hearth.
If you've got some time, stop by my House of Curiosities. I promise you'll see wonders.
Oh, I do love a good House of Curiosities. Wolf Hearth of Admora reigned. Yeah, I can't stop. Oh, wrong key. Hello, I'm back. Let's go in.
This is an ode to Skyrim's truest sons and daughters, the Stormcloaks. We drink to our youth, to the days come and gone, for the age of oppression is now nearly done. We'll drive out the Empire from this land that we own. With our blood and our steel we will take back our home. All hail to Ulfric! You are...
Olaf and the Dragon.
The High King, in your great honor we
Every night, I walk around the Grey Quarter and let them Greyskins know what I think of them. You a dark elf lover? Get out of our city, you filthy piece of trash.
I don't like
Don't
your
like it?
attitude.
Too bad. This is our city. Ours. Don't think I can take you? 100 septims say I can punch you back where you came from.
Oh, I'd like to see you try.
All right? Fists only. And none of that magic stuff either. Let's go. Come on. Let's see what you're...
Okay, wait, because I feel like I'm accidentally gonna bring out my weapons.
made of. Nothing. Son of a...
That was quite sad.
Fight, fight! That wasn't a fair swing. Yeah, here.
That made me feel a little bit better. But only a little bit, because I know Radlinson's the answer.
If it's a mercenary you're looking for, you found him. There's no stronger sword arm for hire in all Skyrim.
Another time, perhaps?
If you change your mind, seek me out here. Best not to walk.
With a voice wielding power of the ancient Nord art. Believe,
I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind.
comes. It's an end to the evil of all Skyrim's foes.
This here's Candlehearth Hall. Great rooms upstairs, and there's a bed for rent on the ground floor.
Why is this called Candlehearth Hall?
Did you see the candle above the fire upstairs? It was lit 163 years ago, back when this building was the home of a grand warrior named Windhelm. When word came that he'd fallen, his son Durok lit the candle in his honor. Nobody knows why it still burns.
Interesting. Where can I learn more about magic?
Magic? Goodness, not here. Nothing dangerous like that. That's all kept to that college up in Winterhold. Better that than dealing with Ulfric's wizard like some do.
What have you got for sale?
Take a look.
The early dawn. Oh, a jug of milk.
Enjoy your
I'm
stay.
getting pushed.
And don't break nothing.
You know about Talos? He founded the Empire.
Are the people of Windhelm devout?
Like anyone, a crisis will push them towards devotion. I've been seeing a lot of the Shatter Shields since they lost their daughter. Hilevi Cruelseat comes in a lot, but I haven't seen her husband here in years. Ulfric prays for strength. I speak to Captain Lonelygale, but he doesn't spend much time here. Too busy.
Well, that's a lot of people. Tell me about Talos.
Talos, who in life was known as Tiber Septim, united Tamriel and founded the Empire. He was rewarded for his deeds by being joined with the Divines in eternal glory, the only mortal to do so. We worship him that we might follow in his path. We can't literally join him in the heavens, but we may do our best to know them here on Nirn.
What does Talos have to do with the war?
The Empire's elven puppet masters never cared much for the idea of a human becoming a divine, so the worship of Talos is outlawed. Skyrim doesn't take kindly to being told what to do, and to try and forget Talos, well, they may as well ordered us all to cut off our ears.
Yeah.
Blessings of Arcade be upon you.
Viola Giordano.
Poor Nilsine has been wrecked since her sister was killed. I'd appreciate it if you don't bother my wife, Tova. She's still in mourning.
Your wife is mourning?
Our little girl died recently. I've been shouldering my days with strong mead, but nothing gives my Tova peace. I've been looking for an amulet of Arcade to remind my wife that our child is with the gods now, but I can't find one.
If I find one, I'll bring it to you.
Thank you. Please forgive my mood. I'm still coming to terms with my daughter's death.
The townsfolk call me captain, because I used to be a sailor.
What kind of captain are you?
Well, nothing. At least not anymore. Folk just call me that because of what I used to do. I was a sailor for many a year. I made my coin as a trader, and in time, I bought my own ship. When I retired here in Windhelm, most folk already knew me as Captain Lonelygale, and the name just stuck.
What are the prominent citizens in Windhelm?
There's an author named Adonato staying at the inn. He's published a few works of historical fiction. The clans Shattershield and Cruelseat see most of the gold that passes through the city. And obviously you have Ulfric, the Jarl and future High King. Oh, and that busybody Viola Giordano. She's got her nose in everyone's business, which I guess is one way of being prominent.
Lots of gossip happening over here. What's there to do in
If
the
you're
city?
looking to pass the time, you can give Calixto a few septims and gawk at whatever oddity he's come across lately. If you're in need of goods, there's a market. If it's a soft bed and a hot meal you're after, there's Candlehearth Hall.
Folk are talking about
If you're looking to
murders.
pass the time, you can give Calixto a few septims and gawk at whatever oddity he's come across lately. I lost my family years ago. Truth is, I don't really know what keeps me going.
Oh.
If you're looking to pass the time, if you're in need of goods, there's a mark. Terrible shame that. Seems we have a killer on the loose here in Windhelm. He's claimed 3 victims that I know of, though maybe there's more that haven't been found yet. All lovely ladies, too. Let's hope the gods find that demon soon and introduce him to the headman's axe. Fair winds and calm sea.
Do I even, how many lockpicks do I have? Because I remember I broke a lot. I have one, yeah.
You'll know the Dragonborn's come.
For the frost salts, nah, that's stealing.
Name's Nils. I'm the cook up at Candlehearth Hall.
Mm-hmm. I like this design, like, very interesting. Oh, graveyard. Right, that makes sense, because on the other wall, there's like a memorial thing. All of the dead. Right at the entrance, too, that's... At a smelter, you can smelt ore and raw materials into metal ingots, which are required to create for weapons and armors. Well, that's one mystery solved. I like, I'm not gonna lie, I always forget. I don't think I have anything, yeah. Um. Mm-hmm. Okay, wait, hold on. I just want to... That is what I have equipped, right? Oh. Oh, I have two of those. I should have seen that when I was... What helmet do I have? Oh, this one. And I didn't check the thing I was checking. Yes, yes, this one. It's not much, but that's how we go. The white fire.
I'll be fine.
Master, you're far too old for this sort of journey. We don't know what's inside.
I can... just...
You see, you're not well. Have a seat, and I'll fetch you some tonic.
Oh, if there was a tonic that could help me, I would have found it by now.
My master can be a bit short-tempered, but I've learned so much from him.
Why do you work for him?
Are you kidding? I came all the way from Cyrodiil just to work with him. He's not the best teacher, but just watching him, I've learned so much. I'd better get going.
I'm so close to the answer.
What were you
Just a
arguing
man's
about?
life work is all. I finally derived the location of the white file, but this doting busybody won't let me get it.
If you tell me where it is, I can get it for you.
You would do that? It's good to know there are some people out there who are willing to help an old man. It's buried with its maker, Corral Mill, in a long-forsaken cave to the west of here. Corral Mill was a crafty one, even in death. You would need the skills of a master alchemist to reach his resting place. Luckily for you, I've already made the mixture. Here, take it. Please, don't dally. I've wasted enough time arguing with my useless assistant here.
Why is the file so important to you?
I've spent my entire life searching for it. It brought me all the way to these frozen reaches from the warm embrace of Somerset Isle. Entire years spent in libraries, seeking out tiny villages with local legends that contain but a whisper of a hint of the file. I even named my shop after it, hoping that it might attract anyone who had heard of it. And now it's within my grasp. But the eight, it seems, have chosen me for their amusement. For in my current condition, I'll never be able to lay my hands on it.
What is the white file?
The legendary bottle, forged in the days when Skyrim was just starting its turn to ice. A small container, made of the magically infused snow that first fell on the throat of the world. It is said that the phial will replenish whatever fluid is placed inside of it. For an alchemist like myself, it is the most pure expression of my art. To create from nothingness is poetry.
Yeah, that sounds dope.
Why are you still standing around here? Go get me the phial, you fool!
Well, be a bit more nicer to someone who's doing you a favor.
My master can be a bit short-tempered, but I've learned so much from him.
Oh. I still have to select it. Hmm. I haven't done magic in a while. It's raising the dead and summoning creations from oblivion. This skill makes it easier to cast these spells as well as soul trap and bindings. Cast novice level conjuration spells for half magic. Combining band weapons do more damage. Cast apprentice level conjuration spells for half magic. Dual casting conjuration spell overcharges the spell, allowing it to last longer. Can summon extra race undead twice. Throw away. Yeah, interesting. the physical world and its natural properties. This skill makes it easier to cast spells like water breathing, magical protection, and paralysis. Sometimes got extra magic for recharging. Arm protects with heavy armor elements 2/3 armor and extra damage. I think I saw that before. Able to do a power dash. Can I just... Yeah. Attacks with the maces ignore 25% armor. Attacks with swords have a 10% chance of doing critical damage. Standing power attacks do 25% bonus damage with the chance to decapitate your enemies. That really speaks to my inner Mortal Kombat heart. Can do a one-handed power attack while sprinting that does double critical damage. I'm just gonna look through all my options first. We're getting into light armor. Just armor rating for 20% sneak. You are 20% hard to sneaking, lock picking. Oh, apprentice locks are much easier to pickpocket. Pickpocketing bonus of 20% item weight and value. Reduce pickpocketing odds. Oh, they're green because I'm having... Yeah. Alchemy. Potions you make are 20% stronger. Illusion. The skill of illusion involves manipulating the mind of the enemy. This skill makes it easier to cast spells like fear, calm, and invisibility. Conjuration of events. Summoning creations from oblivion. This skill makes it easier to cast. Yeah, I just read that. Yeah, this just sounds really fun, so I'm just gonna choose that.
Ugh. Been tending your hounds? You smell like a wet dog.
That's really mean.
Spare a coin for a poor old woman.
There's another thing, right? Where she came from.
It's so good to see you again.
Girl, we just talked like a couple minutes ago. Chill. That was a blacksmithing thing. Yes. Right over this way. Okay, I guess it's just this little walkway here. I don't know how to say that. Remove Free Winter's house.
I'm so cold.
Who are you? Where are your parents?
They're dead. My mama died when I was little. I don't remember her very well. My father was a Stormcloak soldier. One day he left and didn't come back. I'm all alone. I try to sell flowers so I can buy food. It's not much, but what else can I do?
I could adopt you if you want.
Really? Do you have a place I could live?
No, I don't. I have a house, but not room for you. What do I say? I'll say.
Oh well. Thanks anyway, I suppose.
And she's just gonna go back to. Wow, this is a big city? Yes.
I'm a sailor on the North Wind. We're laying over in Windhelm for a while.
Okay. Thanks for telling me that. Oh my god, this dude is everywhere. Oh. Saudry's used wares. What an appealing name. Hello.
Apparently some Nord women were murdered. Not sure why I should care.
Usually when people die, that's not a very good thing. I'm looking for work. Got any
Here,
leads?
take a look at this. Some of the Jarl's men came by and left this bounty letter.
Kill the dragon located at Bone Strewn Crest. Why are there so many dark elves here?
Where else would we be? When the Red Mountain burned, you could scarcely breathe in Morrowind. So we came west. Windhelm was the first city on that road. And here we are. If we had known the Nords would be so unwelcoming, we may have kept walking.
Yeah. How are the dark elves treated in Windhelm? Do I even need to ask this horrible?
Well, you see where we have to live. This forgotten alley. All the filth from the upper quarters flows downhill, like they say. Good luck getting one of the guards to help with anything. I tried to get Ulfric to even come down here to see the squalor, but the High Lord of his mightiness couldn't find the time.
They're having murders in Windhelm?
Well, good luck. I tried to get Ulfric to even come down. None of that matters to me. Until someone takes a Dunmer, I'll let Windhelm deal with its own problems.
That's a understandable way to think. In your position, where can I learn more about magic?
If you need another drink, I'll be right here.
The first revolt. What made this seed? You told me that if her brother won, she would be sister to the king of Rayrest, and Remen would want to keep her for the alliance. But her brother, Helseth Fosnes, fled with his mother back to Morrowind, and still Remen has not left to marry me. Lady Gillen took a long, slow drag of the hookah and blew out dragon's breath, so the scent of blossoms perfumed her gilded chamber. You make a very poor advisor, Rael. Kale? Rael. No, Kale, right? I might have spent my time romancing the King of Cloudrest, or Alinor instead of the wretched royal husband of Queen Morgia. Kale knew better than to hurt his lady's vanity by the mere suggestion that the King of Firsthold might have come to love his Dunmer queen. Instead, he gave her a few minutes to pause and look from her balcony out over the high-cliffed palaces of the ancient capital. The moon shone like crystal on the deep sapphire waters of the Ebetchin Sea. It was ever springtide here, and he could well understand why she would prefer a throne in this land than in Cloudrest or Alinor. Finally he spoke. The people are with you, my lady. They do not relish the idea of Remen's dark elf heirs ruling the kingdom when he is gone. I wonder, she said calmly, I wonder if as the king would not give up his queen for one of alliances, whether she would give herself up out of fear. Of all the people of Firsthold, who most dislikes the dumber influence on the court? Is this a trick question, my lady? Asked Cale. The Trebite monks, of course. Their credo has ever been for pure Almer bloodlines on Somerset, and among the royal families most of all. But, my lady, they make very weak allies. I know, said Jeanne, taking up her hook again thoughtfully, a smile creeping across her face. Morgia has seen to it that they have no power. She would have exterminated them altogether had Remen not stopped her for all the good they do for the country folk. What if they found themselves with a very powerful benefactress, one with intimate knowledge of the court of Firsthold, the chief concubine of the king, and all the gold to buy weapons with that her father, the king of Skywatch, could supply. Well armed, and with the support of the country people, they would be formidable, nodded Cale. But as your adviser, I must warn you. If you make yourself an active foe of Queen Morgia, you must play to win. She has inherited much of her mother, Queen Berenzia's intelligence and spirit of vengeance. She will not know I am her foe until it is too late, shrugged Galen. Galen? Go to the Trebite monastery and bring me Friar Lillum. We must strategize our plan of attack. For 2 weeks Remen was advised about growing resentment in the countryside from the peasants who called Morgia the Black Queen, but it was nothing that he had not heard before. His attention was on the pirates on a small island of the coast called Kalislar. They had been more brazen as late, attacking royal barges in organized raids. Sorry, maybe drink water. To deliver a crushing blow, he ordered the greatest part of his militia to invade the island, an incursion he himself would lead. A few days later, after Remen left the capital, the revolt of the Trebite monks exploded. The attacks were well coordinated and without warning. The chief of the guards did not wait to be announced, bursting into Morgia's bedchamber ahead of a flurry of maidservants. My queen, he said, it is a revolution. By contrast, Ghialine was not asleep when Kael came to deliver the news. She was seated by the window, smoking her hookah and looking at the fires far off in the hills. Morgia is with council, he explained. I am certain they are telling her that the Trebite monks are behind the uprising, and that the revolution will be at the city gates by morning. How large is the revolutionary army in contrast to the remaining royal militia? Asked Ghialine. The odds are well in our favor, said Kael, though not perhaps as much as we hoped. The country folk, it seems, like to complain about their queen, but stop short of insurrection. Primarily the army is composed of the monks themselves, and a horde of mercenaries your father's goat bought. In a way of thinking, it is preferable this way. They are more professional and organized than a common mob. Really, they are a true army, complete with a corn section. That doesn't frighten the Black Queen into abdiction. Nothing will, smiled Ghialine, rising from her chair. The poor dear must be beside herself with worry. We must fly to her side and enjoy it. Ghialine was disappointed when she saw Morgaya came out of the council chambers. Considering that she had been woken from a deep sleep with cries of revolution and had spent the last several hours in consultation with her meager general force, she looked beautiful. There was a sparkle of proud defiance in her bright red eyes. My queen, Ghialine cried, forcing real tears. I came as soon as I heard. Will we all be slaughtered? A distinct possibility, replied Morgaya simply. Ghialine tried to read her, but the expressions of women, especially alien women, were a far greater challenge than those of all men. I hate myself for even thinking to propose this, said Ghialine, but since the cause of their fury is you, perhaps if you were to give up the throne, they might disperse. Please understand, my queen, I am thinking only of the good of the kingdom and our own lives. I understand the spirit of your suggestion, smiled Morgaya, and I will take it under advisement. Believe me, I've thought of it myself, but I don't think it will come to that. Have you a plan for defending us? Asked Gillian, contorting her features to an expression she knew bespoke girlish hope. The king left us several dozen of his royal battle mages, said Morgana. I think the mob believes we have nothing but palace guards and a few soldiers to protect us. When they get to the gates, are greeted with a wave of fireballs. I find it highly likely that they will lose heart and retreat. But isn't there some protection they could be using against such an assault? Asked Gillian in her best worried voice. If they knew about it, naturally there is. But an unruly mob is unlikely to have mages skilled in the arts of restoration, by which they could shield themselves from the spells, or mysticism by which they could reflect the spells back on my battle mages. That would be the worst scenario. But even if they were well organized enough to have mystics in their ranks, and enough of them to reflect so many spells, it just isn't done. No battlefield commander would advise such a defense during a siege unless he knew precisely what he was going to be meeting. And then, of course, once the trap is sprung, Morgana winked, it's too late for countering the spell. A most cunning solution, your highness, said Gillian, honestly impressed. Morgana excused herself to meet with her battle mages, and Gillian gave her an embrace. Kyle was waiting in the palace garden for his lady. Are there mystics among the mercenaries? She asked quickly. Several, in fact, replied Kale, bewildered by her query. Largely rejects from the Sigic order, but they know enough to cast the regular spells at the school. You must sneak out of the city gates and tell Friar Lilum to have them cast reflection spells on all the front line before they attack, said Gillian. That's most irregular battlefield strategy, frowned Kale. I know it is, fool. That's what Morgana is counting on. There's a gang of battle mages who are going to be waiting on the battlements to greet our army with a barrage of fireballs. Battle mages? I would have thought that King Remen would have brought them with him to fight the pirates. You would have thought that, laughed Gillian, but then we would be defeated. Now go. Friar Lilum agreed with Kale that it was a bizarre, unheard-of way to begin a battle, casting reflection spells on all one's troops. It went against every tradition, and as a Trebite monk he valued tradition above every other virtue. There was little other choice, though, given the intelligence. He had few enough healers in the army as it were, and their energies could not be wasted casting resistance spells. At dawn's light the rebel army was in sight of the gleaming spires of Firsthold. Friar Lilum gathered together every soldier who knew even the rudimentary secrets of mysticism, who knew how to tap into the elementary conundrums and knots of the energies of magica. Though few were masters of the art, their combined force was powerful to behold. A great surge of entangling power washed over the army, crackling, hissing, and infusing all with their ghostly force. When they arrived at the gates, every soldier, even the least imaginative, knew that no spell would touch him for a long time. Friar Lilum watched his army batter into the gate with the great satisfaction of a commander who has counteracted an unthinkable attack with an outrageous defense. The smile quickly faded from his face. There were men at the battlements not by mages, but by common archers of the palace guards. As the flaming arrows fell upon the siegers like a red rain, the healers ran in to help the wounded. Their healing spells reflected off the dying men, one after the other. Chaos ruled as the attackers suddenly found themselves defenseless and began a panicked, unorganized retreat. Friar Lilum himself considered briefly holding his ground before fleeing himself. Later he would send furious notes to Lady Gillian and Kale, but they were returned. Even his best secret agents within the palace were unable to find their whereabouts. Neither had, as it turns out, much previous experience with torture, and they soon confessed their treachery to the king's satisfaction. Kale was executed, and Gillian was sent back with the escort to her father's court of Skywatch. He has still to find a husband for her. Remen, by contrast, has elected not to take a new royal concubine. The common folk of Firsthold considered this break in palace protocol to be more of the sinister alien influence of the Black Queen, and grumbled to all who would listen. actually a really good story. Um, I mean, I always kind of see these twists coming in these stories, but like, I like it. It's very entertaining, very well told. I was highly interested. If me continuing to read them wasn't enough. I really like these little gaps in a lot of different things. It's a nice level of detail, I think.
Apparently some Nord women were murdered.
I was one of the best soldiers in the Stormcloak army, until I took a sword to the chest. All right, then.
The designations of gods, demons, Aedra, and Daedra are universally confusing to the layman. They are often used interchangeably. Aedra and Daedra are not relative terms. They are elvish and exact. Azura is a Daedra both in Skyrim and Morrowind. Aedra is usually translated as ancestor, which is as close to Cyrodiilic can come to this elven concept. Daedra means roughly not our ancestors. This distinction was crucial to the Dunmer, whose fundamental split in ideology is represented in their mythical genealogy. Aedra are associated with stasis, Daedra represent change. Aedra created the mortal world and are bound to the earth realms. Daedra, who cannot create, have the power to change. As part of the divine contract of creation, the Aedra can be killed. Witness Lorcan and the moons. The protein Daedra for whom the rules do not apply can only be banished. Have I seen this one before? I'm just kind of skimming at this point. Oh, this console. I love how this is like a step-by-step guide to how. Okay, interesting. A lot of lore right here. One, 4, 5. Oh. I do be just walking by people sleeping, walking to people's homes, like it ain't no big thing.
It's no secret the Aretino boy is doing some ritual, trying to call the Dark Brotherhood. But who's going to stop him? Me? I'll have no part of that.
Interesting.
Trouble?
Me? Never. Oh my god, this place is huge.
Think us all lawless beasts. Now I remember. You're the new member of the Companions.
Why are people so rude to me?
then it's true, what everyone is saying. That Aventus Aretino is doing the Black Sacrament, trying to summon the Dark Brotherhood?
Oh, Grimvar, always with the nonsense. No, no, of course not. Those are just tales.
Fine, then I'll invite him out to play. He lives right there. I'm going to knock on his door.
No, child, wait! That boy, that house, they are cursed.
Ha! Then I'm right. I knew it. He's trying to have somebody killed.
All right, I won't deny it, child. What you heard is true, but Aventus Aretino walks a dark path. His actions can lead only to ruin. Now, enough. We will speak no more of this. I am the only friend you need.
That's kind of creepy. Is this where they live? Loki?
Thing too.
That's
Her
how.
father would run them off. Do you know my father? He's really important. He even talks to the Jarl sometimes. His name is Torsten Krulsey. He's really rich, because he owns a farm called Hollyfrost. He told me once that he wanted me to grow up and be a sailor, because that's where all our family names come from. But I don't want to be a sailor or a farmer. I want to be a warrior, the strongest one ever. Bye.
Good luck, kid. Good luck.
I trust you're not planning any trouble. What can I do for you, friend? I'd travel more, but who wants to deal with all the soldiers these days?
Oh, have you been in Windhelm?
Just got here from the Somerset Isles. Lots of opportunity in Skyrim.
Are you treated as badly as the Dark Elf?
It was difficult at first. The Nords of this city are at best suspicious of outsiders. But in time, I made the right friends and proved myself useful enough that they don't give me trouble anymore. The Dark Elves are too proud and naive to understand the way things truly are, and so they continue to dwell in that slum.
Or they could just not be racist, but that's just
All
my
right, then.
opinion, fellow. Nice house you got here. Hope you don't mind if I...
Candlehearth Hall's got warm fires and
Threshold Revolt. Oh. Wrong button. Forbidden legend. Long ago, the Archmage Golder was murdered, and his 3 sons were hunted down by King Harald's personal battle mage. The entire incident was covered up, their names struck from every record, but the legend survived. Perhaps someone still knows the truth of this ancient tale. Investigate the cultic legend. Okay. I got. Oh, more books. The Talos Mistake. Okay, never mind, I'm reading this. As citizens of the Empire, all are of course familiar with the deeds of Emperor Timber Septim, but it is the Emperor's ascent to godhood as Talos that is the subject of this work. Until Timber Septim's death, there had been but 8 divines: Akatosh, Zabella, Arche, Zenithar, Standar, Mara, Kinnereth, and Julianos. These gods were and are worshipped throughout the Empire, And while some may have different names in the varying provinces, for example, Akatosh is known as Rel to the Aldemir, and RK is sometimes known as RK. All are recognized and revered by all races and cultures of Tamriel. But when Tiber Septim passed to Aetherius, there came to be a ninth divine, Talos, also called Ysmir, the dragon of the north. The man who was so loved in life became worshipped in death. Indeed, it came to be argued that Talos, the ninth divine, became even more important than the eight that had preceded him, at least to humans. For he was a god who was once just a man, and through great deeds actually managed to ascend to godhood. And if one human could achieve such a feat, couldn't it be done again? Couldn't all humans aspire to achieve divinity? So we thought, we humans. And so we continued to worship Talos and revere him as the ultimate hero god. But that was then, this is now, and now we know the truth. We were wrong. As citizens of the Empire, we all experienced the horrors of the Great War, and it was not until the signing of the White Gold Concordat, the treaty between the Empire and the Aldmeri Dominion, that we once again knew peace. One of the most important stipulations of that treaty, as every Imperial citizen is well aware, is that Talos can no longer be worshipped as a god. This edict shook the very foundations of the Empire. There were those who rebelled against the law. Indeed, some still do. But the citizens of the Empire must know this. The Emperor did not agree to outlaw the worship of Talos because it was demanded by Thalmor, the ruling body of the Aldmeri Dominion. The Emperor agreed to the outlaw of the worship of Talos because it was the right thing to do. Today the Emperor, and indeed the Empire itself, recognizes that allowing the worship of Talos was a mistake. For by doing so, by allowing the worship of Talos as a divine, the Empire actually did its people a great disservice. For this only succeeded in weakening the memory of the man Tiber Septim and his many extraordinary, though mortal deeds, and punishing people away from the eight divines, the true gods who do deserve our love and reverence. And so the Empire admits it was wrong. The Talos mistake will not be repeated. May we find centuries of peace and prosperity with our new Thalmor friends, and continue to share a spirituality that binds together all the cultures and races of Tamriel. That is interesting, because I guess it depends on whether the gods in this universe are real, or if they're like the gods in real life, where we don't know. We don't have concrete evidence that they're real. It's such a weird decision to make. Thank you for letting me read your books. You didn't have much of a choice.
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. If not, let me know. I might have it stored away.
Sorry, I broke into your house. So many books we are finding today.
can't take that.
I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that.
Stop, thief!
Wait,
I like to share my good fortune with those who deserve it. Do come again. Have a look around. I buy and sell just about anything.
I pressed the wrong button.
I'm always happy to see a customer, but I won't deal in stolen goods. That's trouble I don't need.
I'm scared. Okay. I'm sorry that the animation is like the exact same. I think I did read this one. And this one.
Trader dropped by recently with some lovely pieces. If you'd like to have a look. Yes. Of course nothing in here is stolen. Only a careless, shameful, idiotic fetcher would do something as stupid as to buy pilfered goods. Oh, by Azura, I've made a terrible mistake. I bought a gold ring, and Viola Giordano has been missing a ring that looks just like it.
Tough luck. Like we're trying to
It's
ring
not
for you.
that easy. She'd go to the Jarl if she knew I was even remotely involved. You have to get it to her some other way. Look, it's dangerous. But if you sneak the ring into her house, put it in a dresser or something, I will make it worth your while.
All that. Okay, Butter.
I've scraped this collection together. I do some business with the trade caravans, and I've picked up a few intrepid souls, even brought some items back from Morvenskar. Take a look. Don't let Viola catch you in her house.
How much money do I have? I guess it's in Plant Viola's gold ring and feels. That's so funny, dude.
Make yourself at home, please.
Oh, that sounds so loud.
Hi, lady. Would you like to buy some flowers? Please? Not much, but I hope you like them. Thanks. Thanks for talking to me.
Oh, I should have read that. I'll read that later. Oh my god, where did we just come out of? Warehouse.
I used to be an adventurer like you. Then I took an arrow in the knee.
Ooh, sorry. That was mean. Have I read this one? I was never there, by the way. You didn't see me.
Watch the skies, traveler.
Oh, yeah. We'll do that later. We do that later.
The Nords don't appreciate us, but so what? I don't appreciate them right back. Look, we don't have much love for your kind down here. Probably best if we just... I wish the Nords, Argonians, and Dark Elves in Windhelm got along. We're used to getting by on scraps, but the Shatter Shields want everything for nothing. Torbjorn Shatter Shield. I wish someone would beat the coin out of his fat fists. He clings to every septum. He says an Argonian's labor is only worth 1/10 of a proper Nord worker. My people are not slaves. You can try, but we've gotten nowhere talking to him ourselves. We work where we can get work. The Nords don't like unloading their ships, so we do it instead. Sometimes cargo goes missing.
Oh, what a shame.
I came here as a hatchling. The only thing colder than Skyrim is the Nords themselves, but we stick together.
May the earth beneath your feet.
What do you need?
Skyrim isn't very friendly for Argonians, so we mostly just keep out of the way.
That was a very nice way to say goodbye.
Shavi knows the dock doesn't look nice, but fresh air is good for the gills. Oh yes, after all, what's the point in being miserable all the time?
So true.
I know life on the docks isn't easy. Sometimes life puts you in difficult circumstances you didn't choose. But being happy or unhappy is a choice you make. And I've chosen to make the best of things that I can.
I tend to agree.
I enjoyed our talk.
Me too. Alright, I think I'll end it. Here next time. I'll return the gold ring to Viola and we'll go to Palace of the Kings and then do that probably. Thank you for watching and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.